What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris here with Self-Made Auto Spa, based out of Greenville, South Carolina. In today's episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about why I started my detailing business. So like I said, I've been detailing for like a year and some change now. I started up last year. I just really wasn't taking it serious, man. But I really started putting myself out there this past January. That's when I really, sat down to myself and said, you going to really take this serious or you going to BS? Which one you going to do? So I humbled myself a little bit more. I went and worked for somebody. I was working with them Monday through Thursday and doing my own thing Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, I could still have time to get my own customers. So, I started with the pressure washing at first. I was pressure washing homes, pressure washing decks, fences, stuff like that. And my father, he lives in North Carolina, and he was doing mobile detailing himself. So he was telling me, son, you need to get into the mobile detailing. Get into the mobile detailing. I'm like, nah, that's not something I want to do. I like cars. I've been watching, like I said, he does mobile detailing, so I've been doing it with him since I was younger. So, I started working on my car a little bit, doing the headlight restoration, stuff like that. I really ain't start out with the interior details and stuff like that. I really jumped right into paint correction, ceramic coatings, headlight restoration, polishing cars, because that's more what I'm into instead of the actual interior detail and stuff like that. But don't get it twisted, because I do it all. We like quality over quantity, man. Our ambition for this, for our ambition to make our customers happy and satisfied, we are really strong about that. The biggest struggle with me starting my detailing business was me just trying to rush out there, I wasn't even thinking. I just try to jump out there and just try to make stuff start. You got to be patient, man. Everything don't happen overnight. It's going to come. Trust me. It's going to come. So I started my detailing business last year. It was about September, October when I started, but I was just BSing. I wasn't taking it serious. So I really started taking it serious by about January at the beginning of this year. But when I first started detailing, I was doing pressure washing before this. My father been doing detailing since I was about 6 years old, so I already knew how to wash cars, get in between the cracks and crevices. He does all of that, so I already knew the ins and the outs to that. I just like pressure washing because I like pressure washing buildings. I like pressure washing decks, homes, etc. I had a couple contracts with a couple schools, a couple churches and stuff like that. But he came to me one day and was like, son, you need to get into the mobile detailing. And I'm like, Pops, I've been doing that with you since I was young. I'm fine. So then at first I was a little hesitant because I was doing good with the pressure washing. So then I promoted on Facebook, starting a mobile detailing company who needs their vehicles quality professional, who need their vehicles professional quality detail. And then multiple people hit me back. So then I had a couple cars. I did that. I liked the shine that came to it. I liked the glitz that I put on them tires. So I liked all of that. And then I did 3-4 cars and I just found a passion for it. I fell in love with it. When I was in 3rd grade, I really thought to myself, I don't want to work for nobody. I told my mom that at an early age because my father had his own company. My uncle had his own company. My mother did her own thing. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be my own boss. And also, I just always thought, like, if you don't got your own plan, you're gonna be part of somebody else's plan. And ain't nothing wrong with that, but just me personally, I got my own plan. And that's what really made me get ambition to start something of my own. So I've been doing real good with it. I had my struggles. One of my biggest struggles was just rushing into this company or rushing into a business in the first place. When I first started, everything was going downhill for me because I didn't have patience. My mom's telling me, you need to wait to do this, do that. I'm like, nah, I need to do it now. But I don't necessarily need that right now, right then and there at that moment. So, that was one of my biggest struggles, by just rushing. But I really learned some big lessons from that, I learned some big lessons, and patience is one lesson that you have to learn, because if you do not have any patience, the patience is not gonna. If you don't have any patience, whatever you're trying to do that you don't got patience for is gonna go downhill. Trust me, I experienced it 100 million times. I went downhill multiple times, and I finally humbled myself. And pardon me, I finally humbled myself and meditated on learning how to be patient more and stuff like that. Yeah, man, like this, man, I don't put blood, sweat, and tears in this for real, and it does not happen overnight. So, like I say, it all really falls down to patience, man. Another one of my struggles, when I first started this, like I say, I always said I was gonna work on my own. Everything was going downhill for me because I didn't want to go work for nobody. So I would do one detail for the week. Now I'm broke. You feel me? Because I only did one car. So I don't got that guaranteed income coming in. So I really wasn't focused on any of that. I just wanted to do it all by myself. So until I humbled myself and had to realize, like, bro, you're going to have to go work for somebody until your gigs start picking off a little bit, you know? So, like I say, it all falls down to patience, man. Patience is the number one key, for real. So, yeah, right now, like, I'm detailing. I work 6 days a week. I try to do at least 2 to 3 cars, because I try to do at least 2 to 3 cars a day. Because, you know, Self-Made Auto Sport, we like quality over quantity. We got a real bad ambition to make sure our customers are satisfied and happy, and we get that 5-star review. So we're going to do everything we got to do to make sure we get that 5-star review. So, yeah, I'm working about 6 days a week. You know, like I say, 2 to 3 cars. That's about 10 hours a day. We work from 8 to 6:30. And another thing about quality over quantity, if you would rather go do 2 to 3 cars a day, but quality work, and charge a higher price because you're doing quality work, versus you doing 9-10 cars and you're trying to get the same amount that you would get with them 2-3 cars if you had quality over quantity, you know? A lot of my customers, they don't mind paying that extra bill because they know we coming with that ambition to make sure we got that quality work, for sure. You know, so quality work, man. It's crazy how I get my customers, man, because, you know, I really put myself out there. If I see somebody driving in a fancy car or even a Toyota and it look a little dusty, I'm going to get out there. I'm going to put myself out there. Hey, my name is such and such. I'm the owner of such and such. We do such and such, and just stuff like that. Like, for example, we're not going to talk about it. That's a whole nother story, but I had a heat exhaustion about 2 weeks ago, and when the ambulance came, they seen that I was doing mobile detailing, and then she ended up getting a flyer from me, calling me the next day, and I ended up doing her car. So it's crazy how I get customers, man. Like, if I see somebody at the stoplight, I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm not scared to talk. You don't gotta be scared to talk, man. If somebody tell you no, it's 10 other people that's gonna tell you yes. Always remember that, man. If I could go back, I would do a lot of stuff different, but, you know, we're not gonna get too deep into that. You know, like I say, my biggest struggles and my biggest lessons was stop rushing into stuff and always be patient, man. Stuff don't happen overnight. You know, hard work gonna eventually pay off. You just gotta keep grinding. Don't give up, ever. Tell my homeboys all the time, you know, I done motivated at least 2 to 3 people to start a mobile detailing business. I tell them all the time, don't be scared to talk. Put yourself out there. As long as you got good quality work, good customer service, good ambition, and they see that you're trying to come to them and give them quality services and give them what their money is worth, then you're gonna always get customers, man. Just stay focused, stay consistent, grind, patience, and number one thing, always think that man up above, man. Because if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be doing it.